Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, with your boy getting Code Vein, I had to do some videos on it, see if it did work out well or not. But overall, we just got the end of one show and almost the conclusion of another, with Copcraft ending and this show coming to a very close close, seemingly. Um, let's talk about our strongest, our world the strongest, because for a second there, I thought we were going to see like the whole entire group of people that he kind of strived to prove, like did him dirty and stuff like that, was all about to get bodied within like an instance. So, I was about to say, man, you don't even get to, you don't get any revenge. You kind of just You might not even get to witness them being taken out right now. Just all this stuff is happening. And he's just there. He's like just in an area close by. And it sucks to know he's one of the people that kind of gave in hope, to a lot of people who he has ran into that's seen him survive or whatever. But to be fair, no one really seems to be like, I don't know. They don't all seem to be really that charismatic of him. Like, no one really cares like the girl that we see who's freaking out, right? Like, no one else is on her level of wanting him back. Besides maybe like the other girl that's like goes out with her and tries to help her complete it, right? But that's it. And once we feel this well, once I feel that way, and I know characters are like acting that way towards someone that I would hope gets, some at least some attention in the case of getting out his story and being able to, tell his side of things that would happen. But of course, the person that supposedly did him the worst is dang they're dead. I thought he died. But it looks like the priestess girl has kept him alive this whole time, so he could be like on the brink of death, and by the time our main character gets to him, he'll probably be falling over, right? Like he'll probably be dying out, so I am interested to see if that is what happens to him, like if he just is going to straight up, just bleed out or die, I guess you can say. But it feels too easy, right? Like that feels like a too easy of a way out for his character, including for someone who openly betrays and, does it without really, oh my God, that kind of scared the hell. They do it without not really batting an eye, or they did it in the case of he had no reason to, right? Unless it was for the grand scheme of surviving, I guess, sure. But regardless of surviving, you still are, like a huge coward, and you use somebody who could have, had a decent life, or, he has friends and stuff that care about him, and you just used him as a one-off way to, like survive one event. So it's pretty messed up, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more and more of this, like, over, this story arc of why he not me I guess not why, but more of what he's gonna do once he kind of can like see these people that did him wrong all this time. So that's the most like interesting part for me, is just knowing like what is he actually going to do when he sees them, and like will he try not to, help all of them? Is he only going to just help one and just kind of like call it quits? Or is he actually going to be that guy and, really go out of his way to try to protect everybody that he can because he can? So we'll see. And I think this is going to be a huge uh, part of his like overarching story now, is He went from being all about revenge and, making these people see what they did to him and what he's been through, to then he's going to become the person that saved them, and after being treated like crap, still is the person that came back and saved them at the end of the day. So that would be interesting. Um, I mean, it's not too far-fetched at this point because of how much has gone on and transpired through his life, and he's still even considering the fact of helping, That kind of put, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've been up way too late dealing with some stuff. I apologize for all the yawning. But he's just been dealing with a lot that has come from, his whole entire journey, not only just his journey, but everybody along the way that kind of just, pushed him aside or thought they were more important than him and wanted to live and didn't really want to help him out. There's a lot to think about within this show, and I really do like that aspect of how they play on all this stuff. So if they can keep that up, I'll definitely be entertained. But at the same time, knowing all these people are practically asking and begging for help now after, they got into this situation, it's pretty annoying, man. It's pretty annoying. It's like, where were y'all at when this fool literally needed your help too? Oh, you weren't anywhere? Oh, wow. Looks like he doesn't have to really show up and help you now, does he? Nah, but we'll see how this all plays out. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be a little bit petty, right? Like that's the kind of the funny part and good part about his character is he's like honest with how he was treated and he's not gonna like sugarcoat it or anything. So he's gonna be pretty straightforward with them and like, remember when you left me to die? Well, I do. You're gonna you're gonna pay me back or something along those lines that I can see him saying easily. So we'll see how all this plays out. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. Um, I'm still kind of in a funk, but you know, trying to talk about anime and just not even think about it definitely helps out with my mindset and just, not thinking about negative and trying to think about positive things that either A could come for the show the next time we start watching, or B just in general where I don't have to think about what's going on right now and think about what's going on in a show that could grow on further. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this show. I have been pretty hesitant on talking about the monsters in this show. Like they're kind of iffy, right? Like when they get into the hardcore showing us monsters and battling, that CGI is so rough, man. It's so rough to look at, but I'm guessing it's the easiest way to make these outrageous, beast to beast type of monsters because we had a chimera, we had like multiple horse head buff monsters, we had a demon girl that looked pretty decent, and the whole time she was actually not that intimidating, right? Like she didn't seem like she had everything under control in the slightest for some reason. And the reason why I say that is every time we saw her losing control, it was those moments where she's just like freaking out, and she seemingly had the upper hand on the guy who was using limit break, like the paladin looking guy. And for some odd reason, it went from her feeling like she was in control to all of a sudden we're looking and she's literally just on the defense trying to dip back, right? So it's stuff like that that kind of brings out the perspective of how much is actually, her being like fully confident that she's gonna win, or how much is just her just going into this not knowing what the heck's gonna happen and literally praying that she has enough power to destroy him. Because once we saw the locket fall off, that was about the closest time of us getting any like real explanation of why she might be out here taking out people's lives and stuff because she's lost her husband or something. And more likely it's probably to some humans that were in the dungeons, or even uh, she might have been one of the people taken out by the people who have left these labyrinths down here, like the rings our main character is looking for. Might have been taken out by one of those guys or something along those lines. I'm not really sure, but I do like to think of ahead of time, like why someone's already going out of their way to, go against some people that she clearly didn't think she can beat full out, right? Like she's having what it seems like doubts about during the fight, when she's really trying to like force everything back onto them, like the battle, and our guy goes into limit break. He literally just kind of like gets the upper hand on her and almost, just wins the battle easily. So really interested in seeing what this demon is really up to and why she even shows up on this floor and, supposedly set this trap and everything like that. So we'll see how this plays out. I hope you guys have an amazing one. Like I said, I am your boy, the Anime Jake, and I will definitely be trying to get one more thing to you guys. And if I don't drop anything for the rest of the day, some stuff may have came up, so I do apologize for that, and I hope you have an awesome one regardless. So with that being said, take care and peace.